Well, Toy Story 5 is set to have one of Pixar's biggest marketing campaigns ever, and we just got a bunch of brand new merchandising and a couple of books that have been revealed. Some of this is a little bit older, but I really wanted to cover this and just show you guys everything that we have so far, and how there is going to be a lot more marketing, merchandising, books, and way more for Toy Story 5 in the near future. So yeah, let's begin off with the first piece of merchandising. This is Snappy, the new character from Toy Story 5. This seems to be like sort of a working camera, but it seems to be like an electronic toy. Honestly, this is very cool. I think since now we have tech-based characters like Smarty Pants and Lily Pad in Toy Story 5, I think now that those characters can have really cool play features and can feel much more different than some of the other Toy Story toys that we've gotten over the years. So honestly, I really like this toy, and I can't wait to add it to my Toy Story collection. Next up is the Toy Story 5 backpack. Honestly, yeah, I know they used Toy Story 4 renders for all of the characters. I mean, Woody's render is the exact same from Toy Story 4 except his badge is gone, but for some reason Buzz doesn't have his activity sheet sticker, but they did reuse a render of his from Toy Story 4. Honestly, I don't mind that, because the characters literally aren't going to look different at all from the 4th to the 5th movie, so I don't mind this, but it looks really nice, and it also comes with a lunchbox too, which the lunchbox is very much like this one that I've had for Toy Story 4. I've had this one for many years. I can't wait to add this to my collection because man, that's gonna look so good. Next up, we have some Toy Story 5 books. First off, we have a Toy Story 5 My Busy book. This one is probably my favorite out of all the covers. You see Buzz in a brand new render with, of course, his activity sheet sticker. You see Lily Pad. You see Woody with his poncho. That is really cool. You see Jessie with her badge. Again, that is a Toy Story 4 render of Jessie, except they just put a badge on her. Honestly, again, I don't mind that because Jessie's not going to look much different from the 4th to the 5th movie. And then the Forky render is from Toy Story 4, but I think this is actually a new render of Bullseye. Honestly, this is a great looking book cover. A lot of these books have really just really have shown the duo between Woody, Buzz, and Jessie, and have also emphasized a lot of Forky, which means he's probably going to have a significant role in the 5th movie, and of course Lily Pad, and it's nice seeing Bullseye there. This book is called Tattle Tales, which I think it's like a figurine book or something like the Busy book, but again we see Jessie, Buzz, and Woody. I think the Woody one is the same from Toy Story 4, except again, they removed his badge. Honestly, this looks so nice. Then we have another book, which is a puzzle book. We see this new render of Jessie, and we see the same render of Buzz and Woody, and it's nice to see just a little bit more of that new look at Woody with his cape or his poncho. Honestly, this looks very nice, and you can pre-order some of these books on Walmart or at Barnes & Noble right now. But the books are not going to release till May 5th of 2026, and the Busy book is not actually going to release till June 1st, so you're going to have to wait a little while, but you can pre-order them right now if you want to, and I'm putting some of them on my birthday list, so hopefully I'll be able to have them by the time they release. Next up is another book. I am curious though what the other settings of Toy Story 5 are, because so much promotional material has shown just Woody, Buzz, and Jessie in Bonnie's room, and it kind of makes me question like, wait, what are the other locations? I mean, we still have so many things we don't even know about this movie, so maybe the other books will show us the locations. And I did realize with Inside Out 2, they did show a lot of promotional material with the characters just in headquarters, but really the film took place in multiple different locations, so I think that could very much take place for Toy Story 5. And we got this other Toy Story book. It's not branded as Toy Story 5, but you do see Lily Pad on here, but it looks very nice too. Then we got another one of these books. Again, they do reuse a Toy Story 4 render of Jessie, but the drawing of Jessie from this book seems to actually be a Toy Story 3 render, but again, I don't really mind that. But you do see Smarty Pants and Snappy down there. I am really excited to see what kind of merchandising and stuff they're going to give those characters. And we have this other piece of merchandising, which I'm not really sure what this is, but honestly, it looks really fun. But then when you actually see what the inside of it is, you do see Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, Buzz Lightyear, Jessie, Woody, Bullseye, Smarty Pants, Atlas, and Snappy. Honestly, it's great to see more merchandising finally emphasizing the new characters. And then Mattel, oh my gosh, Mattel is going to have a lot for Toy Story 5. They already plan to have stuff like Uno cards, figurines, and more. And with the amount of merchandising that Toy Story 4 had, My god, the marketing for this movie is going to be absolutely insane. So let's take a look at these figurines over here. So first figurine we have here is Sheriff Woody. Again, he doesn't have his badge. Honestly, that looks kind of funny, but I don't mind that. And I hope they have a version of him with his poncho, with his cape. They might later on. But if you look at the back of this toy, he doesn't have his pull string anymore. That's nice, they're kind of following up with that. Honestly, this is a great figurine, and I, again, can't wait to add this to my collection. Then we have a figurine of Jesse with the badge on. This, again, looks very nice, and I do actually have this same Jesse figurine, except without the badge, so having it with the badge on, honestly, that's going to be really exciting. And finally, we have the Buzz Lightyear toy, which I'm disappointed because look at the back of this figurine. He doesn't even have any paint at the back of it. But if you look at the front of Buzz, honestly, yeah, the toy does look very nice. Again, I'm just wondering, like, where is the activity sheet sticker on his chest? Because some marketing does show that sticker very prominent, but then other pieces of marketing don't even show it. So I'm kind of like, wait, how does that even work in the movie? I'm kind of confused. And then we have a Rex toy. Honestly, this is very nice because what I loved about the Toy Story 5 teaser is that it really emphasized a lot of the original characters returning. So it's very nice to see that Rex is going to get a toy too. Again, very nice in my collection. And finally, with the merchandising here, we have a bunch of these Toy Story 5 figures. Now, they have Woody without his badge, but they do have his poncho. Of course, we see Buzz, which, again, he doesn't have his activity sheet sticker. I'm curious about that. Jesse here looks great, we see Rex, but then we also see Ham, who wasn't in the Toy Story 5 teaser trailer, which basically is confirming that Ham is going to return in Toy Story 5, we just don't know how big of a role he's going to have. But yeah, the Toy Story 5 marketing is looking huge, and this is not the only thing. We're also set to get McDonald's toys because there was a recent listing of what kind of Happy Meal toys we're set to get in 2026, and Toy Story 5 was on there, meaning we're gonna get a bunch more merchandising. And also, if you go to Barnes & Noble, there is a bunch of books that have not been revealed yet. I think once we either get the Super Bowl trailer next month, or when we actually get the full official trailer a few days after, we will get reveals of a ton of Toy Story 5 book covers. But either way, whatever new marketing, books, etc., new looks, and updates of Toy Story 5, well, I am set to cover it here for you guys. So yeah, what is your guys' favorite piece of marketing or merchandising for Toy Story 5 so far?